And ladies and gentlemen, we want to approach immigration in Germany in the same way. We need immigration. We need immigration in our labor market. We need immigration in our labor market. And that's why the federal government has set out to establish the most modern, digitally supported immigration system in Europe, namely a work and stay agency that will manage immigration into our labor market primarily digitally and enable it in the shortest possible time. We invite people who want to work in Germany, who want to do research here, who want to contribute to the economic boom and development in Europe. We are inviting them to Germany, right from this trade fair to Germany. In this world, Brazil is one of our most important partners. We share with Brazil our interest in a fundamental political order, in which we trust in treaties and agreements, in which we jointly address global problems, and in which we have, above all, decided, as far as we can influence it, to resolve conflicts in the world only with peaceful means. Brazil is Germany's most important trading partner in South America. In 2024, German companies exported goods worth more than 13 billion euros to Brazil. Conversely, Germany is Brazil's most important trading partner in Europe, with exports of nearly 9 billion euros. Our economic relations will become even better and closer in the coming years, because we have created the conditions for this to be possible now. It is a good sign, an exceedingly important sign, that this decision to invite Brazil to Hanover as a guest country now, right in the light of this free trade agreement with the South American countries, stands. Europe, South America, but also India, Australia, Indonesia, Canada, Mexico. Many are like us, Europeans, advocating for free trade, multilateralism, and prefer global partnerships. And we stand by that. And, ladies and gentlemen, there is a majority in the international community of our world. Diversification in cooperation instead of isolation in opposition. That is the path we are taking. The EU-Mercosur agreement will make all the involved economies stronger, more independent, and more resilient. Ladies and gentlemen, here at the Hanover Fair, this has probably always been well known. Others had rather lost this insight. Economic strength, not just military strength, is the foundation of self-assertion in freedom. AI will lead to greater efficiency and productivity, to optimized resource use, and above all contribute to reduced costs. This will strengthen the competitiveness of industrial production. And ladies and gentlemen, against this backdrop, especially for Germany with its strong industrial base and its competences in mechanical engineering and industrial production processes, this results in enormous potential. We are striving for a private investment volume of more than 130 billion euros, with a public funding of about 30 billion euros. With the recently approved data center strategy, Germany will massively expand its digital capacities. We plan by the year 2030 a doubling of computing capacity in Germany compared to the year 2025. May I also take this opportunity to point out that as far as climate-friendly technologies and propulsion technologies are concerned, ladies and gentlemen, President Lula has impressively demonstrated today how important and necessary it is that we not only electrify mobility, but also consider the over 1 billion internal combustion engines in Europe and in the world, which must also be given a perspective to operate climate neutrally after the year 2035. This is only possible with synthetic fuels. This is only possible with new technologies. Brazil is further ahead than the European Union. The situation around the Strait of Hormuz shows how vulnerable global energy markets remain in geopolitical crises. Other global supply chains are also heavily affected. For us, it is clear that energy security has the highest priority for Germany. We are in close communication with our European partners as well as all relevant authorities, and we use all available instruments to ensure stability. From the beginning, the Federal Minister for Economic Affairs established a cross-departmental task force for energy supply, which is permanently in operation, and we will show it now. In Berlin, a meeting of the National Security Council was convened, which serves exactly this purpose. For the moment, the market situation is tense, but the supply in Germany is secure. In the event that the situation worsens, we are prepared with measures. And ladies and gentlemen, even without this crisis, the challenges remain. Perhaps they will even become a little bigger due to the crisis. We have already reduced energy prices. We have already reduced corporate tax, and with improved depreciation options, provided investment incentives to companies. We will implement an income tax reform on January 1st, 2027. We have agreed to reduce bureaucracy costs for the economy by 25% during this legislative period, which corresponds to approximately 13 billion euros. The good news is, we have already implemented more than a quarter of that. Bureaucracy reduction and state modernization go hand in hand for us.